I stood at the altar in a simple white dress, palms damp, breath steady. The hall hummed with judgment. I kept my eyes on Rayanne, plain shirt, open smile, no watch, no armor, just him. "You're still smiling," I whispered. "You're still brave," he said. Laughter rustled from the back. My mother didn't clap when the music paused. She folded her arms like a verdict. "She thinks you're a mistake," I murmured. "She's protecting you," he said. "She's protecting a picture in her head." I squeezed his fingers. "I'm protecting a life." The officiant cleared his throat. "Family and friends," I let it pass like smoke. "Look at me," I told Rayanne. "I am. Good. Stay with me." He nodded, quiet as a promise. Mother leaned toward the aisle. "Elena, one last time, think." "I have," I said. "I'm done thinking, I'm choosing." "You could have married anyone," she said. "Why him?" "Because he's kind and real," I answered, letting everyone hear. The officiant smiled. "Shall we begin?" "We already did," I said. "I second that," Rayanne added. "Vows," the officiant prompted. "Mine first." "I don't have grand speeches," I said. "I have mornings, burnt toast, traffic, rent day, and the way fear tries to sit between two people. I promised to save a chair for courage instead." Someone snorted. I kept going. "I promised to ask rather than guess, to say I'm wrong before pride digs holes, to apologize if I break what matters, and to be the last to abandon what breathes." Rayanne laughed softly. "I promised to fight boredom like rust, to dance even when the room laughs, to hold your hand when money runs late, and to celebrate when it arrives. I promised to be your witness." "That's me," I said. The officiant turned. "Rayanne," he cleared his throat, "I'm not rich. I'm working on rich in later. Today I know two things. She says my name like a key, and she chooses what scares her less than regret." Aunt Mariam whispered, "Poetry without a tie." "I promise honesty even when it cost me," he said. "To show up early, to hope, to check the stove twice, to be soft where the world is loud, to keep learning her, to not disappear when I'm ashamed, to ask for help before the roof leaks, to say we more than I." Gasps scattered, then quiet. Mother stood. "Enough. Elena, step away. He offers promises because he owns nothing else." "Sit, Mama," I said. "You taught me not to marry money. You taught me to marry a mirror. Today, I prefer a window." "A window to what?" she demanded. "To air," I said. "To the street, to people who wave back." Father stayed silent, history in his hands. He looked at me, then at Rayanne. The officiant measured the room. "We can proceed, or we can pause." "No pause," I said, "just witnesses." Friends answered. "We're here." Mother made a small sound. "You don't know hardship." "She does," Rayanne said. "She chose me." "I know hardship," I said. "It sounds like laughter that wants me small." The pianist found a hesitant chord. "Rings?" the officiant asked. I took a little box from my bag. A simple band. No diamond to bribe politeness. "Here," I said. "You kept it in your bag," Mother scolded. "In my reach," I replied. Rayanne's hands didn't tremble. Mine did, a little. He noticed. "Nervous?" "Brave," I said. "Same word in a different tense," he teased. I slid the ring onto his finger. It looked right, like a sentence that finally found its verb. "Your turn," he said. He produced a thin silver band from his pocket. "I couldn't afford surprise," he confessed, "so I brought gratitude." "You're still doing poetry," I said. "It's cheaper than flowers. I like it better." He placed the ring careful and slow. Warmth reached my wrist. "By the power vested in me," the officiant began, but Mother cut across. "Power vested by whom? You're marrying a paycheck that hasn't arrived." "Then we'll be punctual for once," I said. Laughter rose, unwilling but real. Father finally spoke. "Let them finish." The officiant kept his voice steady. "I now pronounce—" "Wait," I said. Rayanne blinked. "You okay?" "Yes. One thing." I faced the crowd. "If you came to laugh, you still can." Laughter is loud. Commitment is stubborn. It doesn't mind noise. A pause. My heart beat hard. "Proceed," I said. "You married?" The officiant finished. Clapping began, then swelling. Rayanne leaned close. "Ready?" "For what?" "The kiss they paid to see." I laughed. "Let's over-deliver." We kissed, not to prove anything, to seal what we already knew. When we parted, Mother studied the floor. I stepped toward her. "Will you hug me?" "Not yet," she said. Convince me with years. I can do years, I replied. Guests moved, some to congratulate, some to complain, most to the food. The pianist risked a brighter melody. Mother wavered. I worried you'd settle. I didn't settle, I said. I chose. Choice can be a disguise. So can wealth, she met Rayan's eyes. Take care of my daughter. I will, he said. She hates being cold, Mother added softer. I run warm, he replied. Outside, the doors breathed light. I pictured ordinary days. Rent, neighbors, nights quiet enough to hear our doubts. I felt ready. Where now? Rayan asked. Home, I said. We don't have one yet. We will. We'll build it out of Tuesdays. Tuesdays? They're where marriage lives, he laughed. Then let's begin on a Sunday and be early. We walked the aisle. I held his arm and kept moving. At the last row, my mother's voice followed. Elena, I turned. Come by tomorrow. Bring him. We will, I said. Rayan whispered. That sounded like love. It sounded like a door, I said. Then we'll knock, he answered. We stepped into heat and noise, and the city didn't care who had laughed. It made room. I breathed a beginning and let the door swing shut behind us. I dragged the last bag up the narrow stairwell, sweat dripping down my back. No elevator. I muttered, panting. Rashen grinned as he jiggled the key in the lock. We'll call it character building, character building. I set the bag down with a thud. This feels like torture. He pushed the door open. Welcome home, I stepped in. The room was smaller than my old closet. A crooked fan turned lazily on the ceiling. The walls needed paint, this is it? I asked, this is ours. He said, no AC? Windows, he said. Nature's blessing, I fanned myself with my hand. Nature's curse, he chuckled, brushing my shoulder. We'll adjust. The first night I cooked rice in a pan that tilted to one side. Half burned, half undercooked. Rayan peeked in. Smells. Interesting. Don't mock me, I said, stirring furiously. I'm trying. I'm not mocking. I'm appreciating. He leaned against the counter. You look good when you're angry. I shot him a glare. Keep talking. You'll eat raw rice, he laughed. Fair enough. I carried 2 chipped plates to the wobbly table. Dinner, he took a bite, chewed carefully. Crunchy. Stop. I like crunchy. You're lying. I'm surviving. He winked. I sighed. So am I. Days blurred. I cleaned, cooked, worked part-time at a store. My hands cracked from scrubbing. My body ached from standing. You don't have to do it all, Rayan said one evening as I folded laundry. Yes, I do. You work too. And I don't want you breaking yourself. I looked at him. This is life, Rayan. Dishes don't wash themselves. Bills don't pay themselves. We survive. He reached for my hand. We live, do we? I asked quietly. He didn't answer. One afternoon, my phone buzzed. A notification. Zara, my ex-classmate. Her post blazed across the screen, from mansion to matchbox. Tragic, my stomach twisted. Hundreds of likes. Dozens of laughing comments. Rayan walked in. What's wrong? Nothing. You're holding your phone like it's poison. It is. I shoved it at him. He read the post. His jaw tightened. Ignore her. I can't. Yes, you can. She's humiliating me. Publicly, she's humiliating herself. She's telling the world I fell. He set the phone down. Then show the world you're standing. I shook my head. You don't get it. They all know who I was. They'll learn who you are. I stared at him. And who am I, Rayan? His eyes softened. You're Elena, the woman who chose me. That's not enough. It's everything, not when they keep laughing. He reached for me, but I pulled away. That night the fans squealed louder than usual. Sweat stuck to my skin. Rayan, I whispered in the dark. Are you happy? Yes. Truly? Yes. Even here? Especially here. I turned toward him. Why? Because you're next to me. My chest ached. And if I wasn't, then none of this would matter. I swallowed hard. Sometimes I wonder, who really are you? He opened his eyes. Moonlight brushed his face. I'm the man holding your hand right now, he said. That's not an answer. It's the only one I have. I searched his face, but he didn't flinch. Ask me again tomorrow, he whispered. I'll still be here. I closed my eyes, but Zara's laughter still echoed in my head. The next morning, I scrolled again. Zara had posted a picture, me in college, polished and perfect. Caption, how it started versus how it's going. My chest tightened. Rayan came behind me. Still looking? She's destroying me. She's jealous of what? Of us, I laughed bitterly. Of this? I gestured at the peeling walls. This is nothing, he touched my shoulder. This is everything, I snapped. Stop saying that. Stop acting like a smile makes poverty noble. His hand dropped. Silence. I regretted it instantly. Rayan, he shook his head. You think I don't know? I see the cracks in your hands. I hear your sighs. I'm not blind. Then why do you act like it's fine? Because if I don't, it'll break us. Tears stung my eyes. I don't want to break. Then hold on, I whispered. To what? To me. I let the phone slide to the floor. His arms wrapped around me. For a moment, the noise of Zara, of the world of judgment, went silent. But inside, a question lingered. Who really was Ryan? The man who smiled at burned rice? The man who laughed at broken fans? The man who told me to ignore the world? Or someone I didn't know yet? His breath warmed my hair. We'll be okay, he whispered. I wanted to believe him. I needed to believe him, but the question stayed. I tugged at the edge of my dress as Ryan adjusted his cufflinks. You've been quiet, he said. I'm thinking. About what? About why you suddenly want me at a corporate party, he smiled faintly. You'll see. That's not an answer. It's all you get. I narrowed my eyes. Suspicious, he laughed, fixing his tie. Maybe, but trust me. I've been trusting you for a while now, I muttered, and tonight it pays off. When the car pulled up, a driver stepped out and opened the door. I froze. Wait, what is this? Hospitality, Ryan said casually. A driver, really? Get in. Ryan, this isn't you, isn't it? The driver waited, expression blank. My heart thudded. Ryan, where are we going? You'll see. He slid into the car like he belonged there. I sat beside him, clutching my purse. This is insane. Relax, easy for you to say. You look like James Bond. I feel like someone smuggled in by mistake. You look perfect. Stop deflecting. Tell me the truth. He just smiled. The car rolled to a stop outside a towering glass building glowing with light. I gaped. Ryan, this place, nice, isn't it? Nice? It's a palace. He stepped out. Another valet rushed to open my side. My knees trembled as I climbed out. Ryan, I whispered, I don't belong here. You belong with me. That's not the same thing. Tonight it is. Inside, chandeliers blazed. The hall stretched wider than any mansion I'd ever visited. Men in sharp suits, women in gowns, laughter, clinking glasses, the smell of wealth everywhere. I tugged Ryan's sleeve. We should leave before someone asks for our invitations. They won't, he said. Why? Because I invited them, I frowned. What are you talking about? Just breathe. Then it happened. As we stepped farther in, people turned, heads bowed. Men straightened their ties. Women dipped their chins respectfully. I stiffened. Why are they Ryan? They're bowing to you. He didn't answer, only kept walking. Ryan, what's happening? Patience. Don't you dare patience me right now. Explain. Soon. I wanted to scream, but the music swelled, announcing something. A man in a tailored suit stepped on stage. The CEO, I realized. Ladies and gentlemen, his voice boomed. Thank you for joining us tonight. Polite applause echoed. My hands were clammy. He continued, before dinner, it is my honor to welcome someone very important. I muttered, don't tell me it's, please rise for our silent owner, the CEO declared. Mr. Ryan Black. The hall erupted. I stared at him. Silent owner? Ryan turned to me, eyes calm. Surprise. Surprise? My voice cracked. You own this? He corrected gently. Part of it. Part? Enough to matter. I felt dizzy. Ryan, you this entire time, you... Easy, he said. Breathe. No. Don't tell me to breathe. My voice shook. You let me think you had nothing. We lived with no AC, broken pans, Zara mocking me online. When I was testing. Testing what? You, my jaw dropped. Excuse me? He stepped closer, voice low. I had to know. Did you choose me or did you choose comfort? I whispered, that's cruel. It's truth. I scrubbed dishes until my hands bled. You could have helped. I did. I was there. I suffered with you. You suffered? I almost laughed. You knew there was a way out. I didn't, he searched my face. Do you regret choosing me? I swallowed hard. I don't know anymore. People surrounded him suddenly, shaking his hand, congratulating him. Mr. Black, so glad to see you here. An honor, sir. I stood frozen, my ears buzzing. A woman whispered behind me, is that his wife? She looks ordinary. Another chuckled. From what I heard, she used to be rich herself. Poor girl must be shocked. My chest burned. Ryan noticed. Ignore them. I can't, I snapped under my breath. It's déjà vu, Zara all over again. Except now it's worse. Now the whole world is watching. He tilted his head. Do you want to leave? Yes. No. He shook his head. Not yet. Not until they see you. See me? As mine. I didn't agree to be your display. You agreed to be my wife, not your prop. Never my prop. he said firmly. Then why does it feel like it? His expression softened. Because you don't know the whole truth yet. Then tell me. I will. But not here. The CEO raised his glass. To Mr. Rayan Black, without whom none of this would stand. Cheers thundered. Glasses clinked. I whispered, Rayan Black? You never told me your last name. You never asked. I didn't think I had to. Some things require the right moment. And this is the right moment. It's the only moment. I shook my head. You hid this from me. I protected you from it. From what? From power. From people who would have married me for it. My heart hammered. So I passed your test? His lips curved faintly. You're here, aren't you? That's not an answer. It's the only one I have. Dinner began, but I couldn't eat. Words clattered in my head. Silent owner, Mr. Black, the man I thought was poor, now worshipped. He leaned close. Elena, what? Talk to me. You lied. I never lied. I just didn't tell you. That's the same thing, he paused. Maybe, but if I told you on day one, would you have said yes? Yes, I whispered fiercely. Would you? Yes. Then why are you shaking? Because I don't know who I married. His hand covered mine. You married me. Not the money. Not the title. Me. I stared at his fingers over mine. Prove it. I will. When? Every day. The music swelled again. Applause roared. Cameras flashed. I sat in silence, my heart torn between fury and awe. Who really was Rayan Black? The man in a plain shirt, sweating beside me in a broken apartment, or the silent owner commanding an empire? I didn't know, but everyone else in that glittering hall did, and they bowed to him. The hall held its breath. I saw my mother and Zara near the aisle, both frozen, both staring at me as if I'd ripped the ceiling down. He's the owner? Zara whispered. Mama's voice was a thread. The owner? I didn't know, I said. Zara smirked. From Matchbox to monarchy. How cinematic. Stop, I told her. Why, she said. You two curated pity like influencers. I curated rent, I said. Rayan stepped through the crowd and stopped in front of me. Eleanor, he said. Explain, I whispered. He lifted my hand. First this. He kissed it slow and steady, and the room fell quiet. This woman believed in me when no one did, he said. Silence pressed the air flat. Then applause burst and ran along the walls. I flinched. Mama's hands twitched, undecided. Zara's phone dipped, for once not filming. Rayan kept my hand. Breathe, he said. I'm angry, I answered. Good, he said. Say it. You hid, I said. I delayed, he replied. You lied by silence. I feared performance. You built a stage. For you, he said. So they listened. Zara stepped closer. Mr. Black, congratulations. Your philanthropy is trending. My marriage isn't content, I said. It fed me, she snapped. You were hungry for drama, I said. Mama looked at Rayan. You made my daughter wash floors. I washed with her, he said. She didn't know she could stop. Mama said, that's my fault, he answered. It is, I said. I'm sorry, he told me. For which part? I asked. For the test, he said. For the nights I let you think small because I pretended small. Why? I needed to know what we were made of. Heat, noise, tilted pans, I said. Stubborn, he replied. Zara laughed. Now you're made of headlines. Not tonight, I said. Tonight I'm made of conditions. Name them, Rayan said. No riddles, I said. No surprise stages. If we're rich, we say it at breakfast. If we're simple, we say it with pride. If I cook you cut onions, I'll weep beautifully, he said. Acceptable, I said. Mama squeezed my elbow. Do you trust him? I trust what I'll make him prove, I said. Rayan nodded. I'll prove it. The CEO drifted closer. A toast. Include her, Rayan said. To Mr. and Mrs. Black. The CEO tried. To Elena, Rayan added. To Elena, the room echoed. Glasses rose. I didn't lift mine. I'm not a prop, I said softly. You're the point, he replied. Then treat me like the point in the dark too, I said. I will, he whispered. Zara leaned in. How does it feel to be promoted? I wasn't demoted, I said. You just changed angles. You talk brave under chandeliers, she said. I talk brave under a squealing fan, I replied. Look at you, poetic, she sneered. Look at you. Starving, I said. Mama, did you clap? I asked. Inside, she said. Try outside, she clapped twice, crisp. Something in my chest unlocked. The band warmed. Waiters drifted like calm thoughts. Dinner? Rayan asked. A table, not a parade, I said. A table, he promised. People nodded. Less bowing, more seeing. The table glittered with extra forks. I nudged one aside. Tell me one true thing, I said. I hate waste, he said. I love quiet kitchens. I don't sleep when you're hurt. One more. I'm done hiding, he said. Hold that, water arrived. I lifted the glass. To what? He asked. To repairs, I said. To repairs, he echoed. Zara hovered again. Enjoy the throne, Elena. I prefer chairs that don't wobble, I said. You're free to leave. You can't ban me, she said. I can stop performing for you, I answered. She retreated 2 grudges. Child. Mama said, yes, anger is fire. Don't cook in it too long. I'll simmer, I said. I'll stir, Rayan added. The CEO returned. 1 photo? 1, I said. No caption. The flash blinked and vanished. Buy a level for the pan. I told Rayan. Tonight, he said, and an AC also tonight, and honesty for breakfast. Every morning. He reached for my knuckles, then paused. Permission. Yes, he held them, not for the room, for me. Your remarks. A manager called. Later, he said. Mama watched us. I'll clap at the end, she said. Make the middle worth it. We will, I said. This will age poorly, Zara called from afar. So will your post, I said. Breath moved through my ribs without scraping. I felt exact, like a key that finally knew its door. Walk with me after dinner, I told Rayan. Anywhere, he said. Back to the matchbox. Why? To tell the room we're not abandoning it. We're upgrading it, he said. We're respecting it, I corrected. Both, he agreed. The CEO tried his toast again. I let it wash over me. To our silent owner, he said. And to the woman who turned silence into proof. I stood and made the room look at my mouth. Not my ring. I believed in him, I said, because I believed in myself. That won't change. Silence, then applause. Less thunder, more wind. I sat. Riggan exhaled. Don't thank me, I said. Match it. I will, he said. Starting now. Starting now. Mama touched my shoulder. I'm clapping again, she said. I hear you, I answered. Rayan rose and offered his hand. I took it because I wanted to, not because anyone watched. Ready? He asked. For food, I said. And for years in small plates, he laughed, relieved. Small plates. Big vows, we stood. The room parted. The applause followed us like weather we could live in. I carried my anger like a candle, bright enough to see by, not big enough to burn me down. And when he led me toward the doors, I didn't feel tiny. I felt chosen by myself. Outside the chandeliers, night waited, ordinary and wide. I squeezed his hand and said, tomorrow, truth early. He nodded, and the city exhaled with us both. I stepped through the doorway and stopped. This is real, I whispered. Rayan dropped the keys into my hand. It's yours, our home. Our home, he said. The sunlight stretched across polished floors. Wide windows opened to a garden I didn't have to imagine. I touched the wall like it might disappear. Rayan, I breathed. This is the house I used to sketch in notebooks. He smiled. Dreams need doors. I found you one. You found me a palace. A house, he corrected. A palace if you fill it with rules. I laughed softly. And you? I'll fill it with you. The doorbell rang. Mama stood on the porch, hands clasped, face unreadable. Come in, I said. She stepped across the marble. Her eyes flicked to chandeliers, stairs, the silent glow of wealth. She didn't scold. She didn't sigh. Beautiful, she murmured. Thank you, I whispered. She turned to Rayan. You've been busy. He inclined his head. Only because she believed. Mama's lips pressed. She didn't argue. For once, she had no sermon. We sat at the dining table. The air was polite, almost fragile. Tea? I asked. Yes, child. Rayan leaned back, eyes steady. I don't care about status. I care about loyalty. Mama's gaze softened. And she's loyal. The most, he said. Silence followed, not sharp, but heavy. Later, when Mama left, I stood with Rayan in the quiet hall. She was polite, I said. She saw truth. Or defeat. Truth, he repeated. I traced the banister with my hand. Rayan? Yes, you were never poor. Were you? His jaw tightened. Answer me, I whispered. No, he said finally. I swallowed hard. All those nights, the fan, the burnt rice, the cracked hands, I was with you, but you could have stopped it. I could have, he admitted. Then why didn't you? Because I was waiting. For what? For someone who loved me without a price tag. My chest tightened. So I was your test. You were my hope. He said, hope hurts. I know. We moved to the balcony. The garden breathed below us. Tell me everything, I demanded. I was born with money, but money made me suspicious. Every hand that touched mine wanted more than skin. Every smile weighed itself in gold, and me. You wanted burnt rice. I wanted honesty, I said, and now you have it. I turned to him. No more hiding? None. Even the ugly parts? Especially those. Then start ugly, he exhaled. I lied by omission. I watched you struggle because I was terrified of being loved for the wrong reason. I regret that. You should. I do. I looked at him long. And if I had left, then I'd know it wasn't love. Maybe it would have been exhaustion, maybe, but you stayed. We fell into silence. broken only by the wind. Rayan, I said finally. Yes, I'm angry. You're allowed. I'm hurt. No, I still love you. I know that too, but I don't forgive you yet. I'll wait, he said. Patience suits you, I said. It was all I had when I pretended. Poverty. Never do it again. Never, he promised. I leaned against the railing. This house is too big. We'll grow into it, or drown in it, not with you beside me. Words, Rayan. Easy. Then I'll turn them into habits. Habits? Tea every morning with you. Dinner at this table, no matter how busy. Arguments settled before sleep. Honesty before silence. I blinked. You rehearsed that. I imagined it. I smiled faintly. Better than a palace, he nodded. That's the point, Mama called later. I answered on speaker. Elena? Yes, Mama. Your home is peaceful. I felt something. What? That he looks at you like foundation, not decoration. Tears pricked my eyes. I hope so. He fooled me, she admitted. He fooled me too, I said. Does it hurt? Yes. Will you stay? Yes. Then my child is queen beside her king, Mama whispered. I closed my eyes. I'm still just Elena. Be both, she said. Then hung up. I turned to Rayan. She called me queen. You are? I'm still skeptical. Keep me on trial, he said. Good, I will. And I'll keep pleading guilty to love, I laughed. Corny. True, we wandered room to room, letting the house echo our steps. Do you like it? He asked. It's terrifying. Why? Because it feels permanent. It is. Don't promise permanence, I whispered. I promise effort, he said. That I'll take. We ended in the kitchen. I opened a drawer. New pans, new utensils. Level, I said. What? No more tilted pans, he grinned. Consider it done. And AC. Installed already, I laughed. You thought of everything, not everything. Still learning, I leaned against the counter. Teach me the rich world. Teach me survival, he said. Deal. The night thickened. We stood by the window, lights flickering across the garden. Elena, he murmured. Yes, I love you. Without tests, without games. Just love. I looked at him searching. Say it again, I said. I love you. I touched his chest. Then stop proving it through tricks. Prove it through tomorrow. Every tomorrow, he swore. I breathed deep, letting the silence settle. The mansion didn't feel like chains anymore. It felt like a canvas, queen beside the king. I whispered to myself. No, Rayan said, pulling me close. King beside the queen.